And look at all these people. Yeah. I don't know what they're saying to me, but I think they're not happy that we're in here and they're out there, which I can understand. Welcome back, travel fans. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. It is time for another Sunday Sofa Time. This one is going to be different than any Sunday Sofa Time I've ever done before because I'm not only going to tell you a story, but I'm going to take you with me as it happened. Today, I'm going to tell you the story about how I got to be a roller coaster tester. If you have been following me on social media over the weekend, it's Easter weekend. Happy Easter, everybody, and happy April Fool's Day. Did you get any bad April Fools? Did anybody get you good? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Anyways, this whole weekend, we were gone. We were invited by Efteling theme park to test, to try out, to be the first ride, to be on the first ride of their brand new, old roller coaster. And I'm going to show you the whole experience leading up to that in just a minute, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it first and tell you some things that aren't in that part of the video. I was really excited to get invited by Efteling to participate in this. I mean, sort of a dream come true. Little boy Morgan, or young teenager Morgan, was obsessed with roller coasters. It was always my dream to do roller coaster marathons and spend days at a time just riding roller coasters. I don't think I'd be able to do that anymore because I've kind of developed motion sickness over the years. But I still like riding coasters. And this is only the second time ever in my entire life that I have gotten the opportunity to participate in something like this. The first time was the opening of the Xcalibur roller coaster at Valley Fair in Minnesota. I was also on the first public ride of that as well, as part of the press event when I was 14 years old. And that, back then, it was because I was a member of the American Coaster Enthusiasts. And now, Efteling, they know about me, they know about what I do on YouTube because I made a video of a visit to the park a couple of years ago, and that video was very popular in the Efteling fan club community. It's been seen by over 100,000 people, and so they wrote to me a couple of years ago to invite me to the opening of the new Baron roller coaster, which is still a really awesome coaster. We rode it twice or 3 times yesterday. And they wanted me to come now. Oh geez, this has become a huge tangent already, hasn't it? So they invited me to come and be part of the first ride on the brand new old Python. Why I call it brand new old is because the Python roller coaster has been a part of Efteling since 1981. It is one of the oldest roller coasters, and it might be actually the oldest roller coaster in Efteling. No, it is definitely the oldest roller coaster in Efteling. Well, it was. And I'm pretty sure, and I haven't fact-checked this yet, but I'm pretty sure that when it was built, it was the tallest roller coaster in Europe. I'm pretty sure that that is true. It is a double looping, double corkscrew, traditional steel looping coaster. And yeah, it's been around, it's sort of a tradition, and it just was getting old. And I have to tell you, the last time that I rode it, it was not very comfortable. Because it had gotten so rough. And you know how steel roller coasters that have a lot of loops and over the shoulder restraints, sometimes they can really bang your head around, and the older they get, usually the worse that gets. And I can think of a couple examples of rides that have been like that, like the Great American Scream Machine at Six Flags. No, it was called the Shockwave at Six Flags Great America, or the Viper at Six Flags Magic Mountain, or, you know, name just about any old looping roller coaster with over the shoulder restraints. After a while, they're not fun to ride anymore because it just bangs up your head so much. So Efteling decided they wanted to improve that, and the only way they could do that is they did the same thing that Universal Studios in Florida did. They tore the whole ride down, well, almost the whole ride down, and they built the exact same ride again on top of where it used to be. Like I said, the old Python, the last time I rode it, was not a lot of fun anymore. It was really rough. It was quite painful, and it was one of those things that when it was over, you were like, okay, I don't need to ride that again today, or maybe ever. And the new ride is so much better. It is so smooth. It is perhaps the smoothest looping roller coaster of this type that I've ever ridden anywhere. And I've ridden a lot. You know, I've ridden over 300, probably close to 400 roller coasters around the world. So I'm just, I was really happy to be a part of it. Really happy to be on the first ride of this new coaster. Thank you so much to Efteling for inviting me. Also, they put us up in a suite in the Bosrijk resort. I posted that video on Friday. It's linked in the description below if you want to see that. Really cool resort. I also got this cool little package, and there is a USB stick in it that looks like this. Isn't that cool? And there's just some footage and facts on here that I checked out already that I'm going to be putting in the video that you're about to watch. So without further ado, I want to show you the day as it unfolded of us not getting into the park and then being in the park like alone and all that. It just was a really cool day. So watch this and stay tuned to the end because I'm going to answer your questions from last week's video like I've started doing as well. Good morning, everybody. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. We are here at Efteling theme park, and we were invited to ride the brand new, old, rebuilt Python roller coaster. Very excited to do that, but we're locked out. We can't get in. We have the problem. We are supposed to meet a woman from the PR department of Efteling at 8:15, which is in like 10 minutes, and we can't get in. We're staying at the Bosrijk. You've probably seen my videos of that already, which is just over there. And we walked here along the path, and this is the way that we have to get into the park. But, you know, it's closed. And the way to walk around the whole parking lot and come back here is much too far. So I called her, and I said, hey, we're here. We're very excited, but we're locked out. What should we do? And she said, oh no, that's a problem because you're not going to be the only person who wants to come that way. So, yeah, she's trying to find somebody to come and unlock it for us. And we're waiting to see what happens. Somebody's coming. Are you coming to save us? To let us in? Yay! Yeah, we're here with the press department for the opening of the Python, yeah. Thank you. Hey. Good morning.
Morgan.
We're checked in, got our press badges, and now we're waiting for it to begin. You can see this is the main entrance building to the park. And I always thought, or I still think, it looks like something that the Vulcans from Star Trek would have built. And there's something very Vulcan-esque about it, don't you think? The gates opened in front of us and everybody started, all the press and all the winners of the contest started walking in, and now that's what we're doing too, and we're just following everybody else, and I'm hoping that whoever's at the front knows where they're going and what they're doing. But it feels kind of special, you know? It feels like being one of the only people in the park, you know, like having the park all to ourselves. And it's something that when I worked at Disney in Florida, I used to love going to work especially early just so I could walk through the park with no people in it. Those are some of the most special memories I have of my time as a cast member there. It's a cool atmosphere here this morning, and we're on our way to the Python. We got some tea and coffee and donuts, and we're waiting for everything to begin. The coaster is just out there. And usually before these things begin, there's always somebody who does like a press speech to welcome everybody and talk about some details. And that should be happening here pretty soon. The speech is now over. It was all in Dutch, so I didn't record it. I didn't really understand much of it, but I did just find out something kind of nice. The people there's contest winners and press, and everybody got a press badge like this, all these people who are here with me now, and there's numbers on them, and the number corresponds to which which train you're allowed to ride in. And I have number 1, which means I'm gonna be on the first train, the first official train of people to ride the new old Python roller coaster. Not bad. Come with me.
Alleen?
Ja.
Ja, dit was te veel. Wat zei je? Voor de rest was het te veel. Jezus, maar ik heb nog net zo vroeg voor die poort gestaan.
I'm in the station now. It's beginning. You can see there's a lot of press over there. It's very exciting. And the trains are cool looking. And yeah, I've ridden this coaster, of course, before, but not this version of it because this is all new. It's exciting. There's so much energy here. Can you feel it?
Proud I was a part of it. Someday I will feel alright.
Thank you.
Timing felt so right, and we gave it all and gave him a fight. Can you feel the beat, all the energy? I loved it all from start. Can you see it clear, all the happy years? I kept them in my heart. The time of our lives, it was all about fun. We were the kids, it was all about punk. A shame we grow older. Remember it like it was yesterday. We were the kids and we did okay. A shame we grow older. Don't know how you remember it, but I hope you think it's alright. Timing felt so right, and we gave it all and gave him a fight. Can you feel the beat, all the energy? I loved it all from start. Can you see it clear, all the happy years? I kept them in my heart. The time of our lives, it was all about fun. We were the kids, it was all about punk. A shame we grow older. Remember it like it was yesterday. We were the kids and we did okay. A shame we grow older. It was all about fun. It was all about.
That was awesome. The ride has become so much smoother, so much more fun. It's a really, really great improvement over the way it used to be. And because they didn't have enough mounts for the GoPro cameras, they had to tape mine to my hand. They did it to several others as well. And I just had like a waxing. It took all the hair off of my hand. Look at this. It's very painful. Can you see the hairs on there? That used to be on my hand. We're now walking back through the still pretty empty park to go to the newest dark ride. It's called Symbolica, and it's supposed to be really fantastic. Ooh, look at this. Walking through a cloud of fog. Oh, and it I almost walked into the fence. This is cool. See, these are the things that just make this park so special. And I think that if you're outside of Europe and not part of the theme park fan community, you might not have ever heard of this park. And then if you love theme parks, it's definitely something that you should consider trying to visit someday. By throwing away this tape and my hair. If anybody wants to clone me, there's a lot of my DNA on there. I just have to show you guys one more thing. Here you can see that we got into the park earlier than everybody else because we're still in a part where there's like nobody around. And look at all these people. Yeah. I don't know what they're saying to me, but I think they're not happy that we're in here and they're out there, which I can understand. Sorry. There you go. I'm glad you watched that, and like I said, thank you so much to Efteling. Thank you to everybody who helped make this possible. Very glad to be a part of it. And now I'm going to answer your questions from last week's Sunday Sofatime, and in that video I revealed our cruise plans, what's coming up. We leave in like 2 weeks. Let's see here, what do I want to talk about? Boat Lover writes, 8 Rios, I do not recommend spending time in the actual port. If you do, practice saying, no thank you. You may want to see the Cruising with Wheels video from there as well. I think I have seen that video. A ship tour to Dunn's River Falls would be fun if you are all reasonably active. There is decent shopping in Grand Cayman. A lot of people go to Stingray City. Shallow water with the stingrays swimming around you and feeding them. I loved the escape. It is the epic with oddities fixed and the outdoor dining on the promenade. I totally agree with you about that description of the escape. That's exactly what we felt like on the getaway as well. We have planned, now we are going to do tubing in 8 Rios, and in Grand Cayman we are going to do a glass bottom boat tour. So that's our plans at the moment, but I don't know, we're still sort of discussing it, looking at the options. Maybe we'll decide to do something else. Dave Francis writes, NCL is nice. Did get away last year and liked it as much, if not more, than Royal Caribbean. Enjoy, my friend. 8 Rios has Dunn's Falls, but definitely no good for your mom. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing some tubing and not climbing up the falls, and I really am a fan of NCL. You all know that. I also love Royal Caribbean. They both have things that are good about them, pluses and minuses, and but both times that I've done a Smackdown, NCL has won. NGG23 writes, just did Blue Lagoon in Nassau. Great beach, lots of chairs, beautiful water. I had a drink called the Blue Lagoon. Surprise, it was very good. Sounds good to me. I was there last Monday and had a great time. I say, if you've done the Atlantis and you want to do something different, try this. You mean Blue Lagoon, right? I will warn you, it's a little bit of a walk down the pier, and we waited about 25 minutes in the sun for the boats to arrive to take us over. All right, well that sounds good. I'm in contact with Atlantis. I'm going to be getting in touch with them again in a couple days to see if it will work out, because I have some things planned, but I need their help, and I'm hoping they can help me, and if they can't help me, then we probably will go to Blue Lagoon or we'll do something else, so we'll see how that works. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. It was a great weekend, and I hope you're having a great Easter weekend as well. If you haven't done it already, please consider subscribing to me here on YouTube, supporting me at patreon.com/veryunofficial, and follow me at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And these addresses down here in front of my gray shirt. Have you ever noticed that I wear a lot of gray shirts? I don't know why, I just feel like gray is a good color for me, but when I go and look through all the thumbnails of the old story times, I'm like 90% of them I'm wearing something gray. So let's make that the secret word. The secret word is gray. See you next week.